Shemai. Today I've come to a local church, and actually I'm at the back of the church in a patch of quite sort of rough, damp waste ground to look at one of the best signs of spring, the snowdrop, or Galanthus nivalis, or in Welsh, actually two names in Welsh. One is my absolute favourite, Lily Wen Fach, which means little white lily, or the more commonly used Iris, which just means snowdrop. Now snowdrops are brilliant because they are a true sign that winter's coming to an end and that spring is sort of really on its way. The days are getting longer, the days are getting slightly warmer. Now these prefer damp grounds and will grow in orchards and copses, meadows, damp broadleaf woodland and on the edges of riverbanks and things, and obviously very common in gardens. Now, they're actually not native to this country, but they've become so well established over several hundred years that actually we now consider them to be part of the countryside, really. Now, these were sort of first recorded, or snowdrops were first recorded in the late 18th century, but it's believed that they were brought from mainland Europe and sort of planted in ornamental gardens as early as the 16th century. So as you can see, they're native to Europe, really, and mainland Europe. Now, quite often we see them in large patches, large clusters, and we kind of look at them and go, beautiful, snowdrops, sign of spring. But how often do we actually get down close to them and have a good look at them? And it's only since today, in fact, having a good look at these, there's a beautiful big patch down a bit further. And when I looked at them, they were double snowdrops. So everything on the top of them was like doubled up. Now these are proper snowdrops. And you can tell because they've got three larger petals, well, actually sepals on the outer side there, and then inside there's three petals, and together these are called tepals. They're considered to be one and the same now, so they're called tepals. But the inside, what I'm calling the petals, have like an upside down green V just on the tip. Let's see if I can get one close enough that you can see. Can you see just under there? I don't know if you can see that, just on the side there. There's like a green upturned V shape. Anyway, interestingly, and again, until I started reading about it and looking into these, oh no, disaster. I've just broken one off. Well, maybe we can have a closer look at those little upturned V's there. Oh, that's a shame. Actually, you can see inside them, and you can see the stamens inside there with the six little stamens. Oh, I'm going to drop it now. 6 little stamens inside there. Now I read when I was looking into these that they open between sort of 10 o'clock in the morning and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Now I'm assuming that's to do with the amount of daylight, about the length of the days, and probably that it's a bit warmer during that time. And then they'll close up again at night. Now these, although they're growing in a bit of a cluster, the flowers, see if we can just tilt down and you can see the base. If we take that front one there, they tend to be solitary, growing from a single brown bulb, and you can see there's 2 leaves, long sort of dull green leaves, and then the main stem comes straight out from the bulb. Now the bulb is small and brown and underneath there, and it all sprouts directly from the bulb. So you've got 2 leaves, single stem, and I don't know if you can just see that at the top there. There was like a papery kind of cover around the flower before it actually opened up. Now the little bulb under there is, there we go. The little bulb that grows underneath there, that it sprouts up from, is poisonous. And although the bulbs are poisonous, in modern medicine they're developing a compound taken from these bulbs that actually can be used to treat dementia now. In the old days, I guess before they realised just that they're poisonous like they are, they were used as a painkiller and to treat things like headaches. Now these reproduce by bulb division, so the bulbs will split and a new plant will pop up, and as you can see here, you'll end up with quite a cluster. So these flowers really don't do a huge amount. It's not for reproduction, but anyway, they're beautiful to look at anyway. So these, there's quite a bit of lore, I guess, and sort of myths that surround snowdrops. Now the flower itself is seen as a sign of hope. It's the end of the long, dark winters. The weather's getting warmer, the days are getting longer, it's brighter. You can see the sun is just trying to peek through the clouds here now today. But the single flower was seen as a sign of impending death, and actually it was considered very bad luck to take them into the house. And that's the same for lots of flowers whose heads droop over like that. It's just seen as something that's bad luck. It's associated also with the Christian festival of Candlemas, where they were used to decorate churches, and that's why there's another name for them, the Candlemas bell. And you can see that they sort of hang like a little dangly bell as well. We said it was unlucky to take them into the house. Now, traditionally, like I say, a single one taken in the house was seen as very bad luck. And if people did need to take them into the house, and I guess the same as taking them into the churches for Candlemas, they were taken as clumps. And it was said that a young girl who might be sort of not prepared to get married this year would take a group of them into the house to sort of, I guess in a way, ward off potential men suitors. But that wouldn't be until after St. Valentine's Day, which is the 14th of February. So there we are, we're early February now. So there we go, the snowdrop. Like I say, we tend to look at them from a distance. Take the time, I always say this, get down close to them, have a good look, and look at the little turned up green V shapes on those inner tepals. Like I say, I read a very old book that one of my little plant books that said that they still described it as outer sepals, inner petals, but I think these days they are collectively called tepals. But yeah, get down, have a look, and like I say, great chance to see them now, as they only really flower between sort of February and March, although it seems with the changing climate they're actually being recorded as early as December and even November in some places. So there we go, the snowdrop. Go out and find them while you can, and good luck.